Okay, so we're still trying to review about Osiris, and you know, as you can see, there's a lot of more deeper things that can be said, and now I'm thinking of it right now, but I will cut myself off soon. And you know, it's important to get these definitions, like this new paradigm in your head, so you can understand sacrifices, which I still haven't said, but I'm going to let you put that together, you know? I don't know. It's going to be so hard to... It's going to be a big task. Anyway, his element, not element, but his metal is copper. Copper is made of different elements. And so are you, right? I mean, every piece of your body is an element. But you also have all the elements of the universe in you. Sorry to tell you that. Anyway, so his copper, his metal, the representation of the energy of him in a metallic form is copper. Boys and girls, what is copper used for? It's used for every electrical and magnetic, how do I want to say? It's used for every electric and magnetic device in the world. You can't get Wi-Fi without copper. You can't get electricity without copper. You can't have any generators without copper. You can't have headphones that giving you sound without copper. You can't have Bluetooth without copper. You can't have any technology, so-called technology, without copper. And isn't copper also in plants? That metal is in plants, and that's something that your body needs to, you know, have the best health, minerals. There's lots of minerals that your body's supposed to have, and when you have a deficiency of a mineral, that's when you have a breakdown in the body, an imbalance in the body. So I'm going to put a period on that. I believe whatever I could say to give you an example of an Egyptian deity and his equivalent energies, and let you know that he's a personification of energies, and then he is an ingredient that can be used by other people. If his number is 666 and he's the deity for the energy of destruction, and that's your intention, then that's why they use 666. Now, I'm not, you know what, I'm going to really close my mouth because I cannot detail to you. I don't want to detail to you every single thing, because the audio would be too much and too long, and I want to get this off of my mind. So what I just said to you is very pivotal, very important. I'll double it up in the audio and let you hear it again, because I just said in one sentence why they use the number 666. And let me just add, now I'm going to ad-lib a few other things. Boys and girls, remember we said that energy has different forms, shapes, colors, letters, numbers, emotions, and symbols and sigils, and metals are all equivalent. They have an equivalent form. So that pentagram, first of all, boys and girls, let me see the pentagram. It's a 5-pointed star, boys and girls, that's all. Suspend your belief system of good and bad and a devil versus a God. What the fuck is a pentagram? It's a mathematical word, and it refers to something that has 5 points. And usually you could make a house, the shape of a house, you can make that into 5 points, but really the true science is a star. The true science is a star. It's a star. Now extrapolate that back to what we said a star was. I don't want to talk any further. I have to pause. I will let you think about everything, you know. And just if you want to understand sacrifices, research further the points that I made. And what do they use? What do they show you in sacrifices? Well, they try to tell you that that there's a boogeyman named Satan. But I told you that that was just an Egyptian deity. They use a number 666. I let you know that that is the frequency for the color of black. They use a 5-pointed star and say that it's a satanic star or some bullshit. It's just a fucking star. It's a star. But what is a star? It's something up in the sky, and it's a light. And you have a light inside of you. I'm trying to limit what I say. There's a lot more to say, but I just can't do it. Because if I said too much, that's when I'm going to lose people. But if I'm just telling you random points of information without making the conclusion, then, you know, everybody can settle down. Just simmer down and settle down. All I did is point out some points of information to you so you can shift your thinking about what you call satanic or whatever. It's just energy and information. But it can be used for good or bad, or so-called good or bad. It can be used to destroy or build. That's the bottom line of what we're talking about. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I want to say? I'm now trying to think about sacrifices. Let me see what time it is. How many minutes has gone by now? 7 minutes. Okay, I still have time to ramble. Sacrifices. When you think of sacrifices, what else are you thinking of? The pentagram. Oh, it's satanic. The color red. Red can be love or hate. What else do they think of when they think of sacrifices? Oh, these celebrity people. Well, they have an energy. And they have the adoration of the masses. And that is energy. And they have a big influence, and that is energy. So when you consume them, you're consuming that energy. And remember, what I'm saying is not prescripted. I'm not reading something. Although I'm trying to keep myself from saying these things, like making a conclusion for you, I have to now for some people. What else what else is known about sacrifices? I think I just covered everything. That ends the biggest and last episode on sacrifices. I'm not going to say not a damn thing else about no individual person being sacrificed. Because I just pointed out to you all of the ingredients for sacrifices. If you want to research that more, it would behoove you to. And that's it. You connect the dots yourself. I did a little bit, but connect the dots yourself. You have a star inside of you. What else is that going to mean? Any other questions? I mean, if you have some questions, you can write it in the comments. Remember that I am not trying to build a channel. I'm only sharing information. I'm not going to talk about any individual celebrity that's on the chopping block next. Apply this information to them, and you will have the reason. So that ends the summary on sacrifices. The end.